Hi, welcome to another week in my unfiltered, unesthetic wellness journey. So this week we are going to be focusing on replacing diet and exercise with food and movement. What does that even mean? They're the same thing. I understand, but the feel of it is totally different to me. With my movement, I'm gonna be doing like choose your own adventure. Whereas with exercise, I'm normally on a plan where I am following, I'm like, okay, this day we're doing upper body, this day we're doing lower body. We do this many times a week for this many reps, this many sets. No, I'm gonna be doing movement, focusing on movement. So yes, I'm going to move every day, but how I move is going to be kind of more up to my body and how I feel. So today I am on, I would say this is day 2 of my period, and that is kind of, I don't feel the best. I feel good. I'm not like cramping or anything because I found a little extra raspberry tea that I had put away, so I don't feel bad. But I don't feel like, why every time in the morning when I start talking to y'all, just know my dog is gonna need some water. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go outside and walk. But after I do like a little bit of a warm up with that walk, that may switch into a bit of a jog because I don't feel that bad. It may also turn into me coming home and doing a little bit of like a Chloe thing or a Pilates type of thing, because I do feel like I want to get a burn in my muscles in my legs. I don't want to lift heavy, but I do feel like I have the energy to like push hard and work those muscles in the ways that Pilates would do, or in the way that like a Chloe teams would do, where you're doing more body weight things, less impact things. I do feel like that's what I want to do. Right now I'm letting my Fitbit charge up. With food this week, or at least today, gives me a great opportunity because we did not go to the store. And when you talk about food and deciding what you want to eat, both your wants, taking into account both your wants and your needs, being realistic about that, because not everybody has access to everything that they may want or need. And not at all times are you going to have access to everything you may want or need. So I'm going to make the best of what I do have here today, with what my palate is telling me I want, with what my body is telling me I need. Do you need a little bit more? Let me take my iron pill while we're talking about what I need. So picking things that both meet my wants and needs, picking movements that meet both my wants and needs, instead of just being like militant about, no, you gotta do this, push through, blah blah blah. I understand that works for some, but to each their own. And I'm only here to share my journey with you, and hopefully you take what resonates with you. Here we believe that all bodies deserve to move and be nourished and be have their wants and needs provided for by us. No matter if your body is losing weight or not, no matter if you like the way your body looks or not, I believe that your body deserves to have its wants and needs met to the best of your ability. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice and on top of each other. Well, the top hip is on top of our bottom hip, if that makes any sense. We just don't want to be sagging down into the mat, okay? So we're staying nice and lifted.
So I tried to do a little something over here, but I didn't want to. While I did do like a 30-minute walk, And I was listening to It's Beyond G. It's Beyond G. She just said, and I'm gonna stop pausing her video. But she had said something about having a hearty dinner, a healthy and hearty dinner, and I loved that wording. She also was talking about her. So I've been doing the breakfast charcuterie stuff. She said she likes to do a charcuterie lunch. So I thought that was cool. And you know, and like having those first meals, we may have some similarity there where, because I feel like in the morning I don't really feel like eating heavy, so I don't. And then, you know, later on the day, I like that wording when it comes to dinner time of having something hearty and healthy, because that's a way where I'm taking care of both my needs and my wants. So I think that's a beautiful wording for that, for me to keep in mind. So thank you, It's Beyond G. Y'all should check her out. Do what you feel you need to do to take care of yourself. Got my tea going, getting ready. My husband always be like, why you don't just microwave your water? It's not my process. That's not my process. I like the water on the stove. I like to brew the tea like this. I don't microwave water. Like if I'm somewhere at somebody else's house, I might. But at home, my husband was talking about it. He was like, yeah, when you said you was taking that, I looked up, because I was talking about how when you look up something and you look up just the benefits, then you'll just get the benefits. And so when I said that, I was thinking about also looking up, you know, the cons and other things, like looking up the cons. But he was like, yeah, because I looked at what else can you take that could also get you the same benefits. And I was like, oh, what was it? And he was like, the stuff you already eat. That's why I wasn't worried about it. He was like, blueberries, green leafy vegetables, stuff I already eat. So I was like, oh, but I'm still gonna take, I'm gonna finish what I have. And if I feel like it's helpful, like, especially like I said, with illness and stuff like that, I may take it in that way. Maybe. So I be taking these when I have a little pain. You know, my stomach is hurting. Cramps. I don't take pain medicine, so I was taking these. Trying to get rid of them as well, because I've had them for a long time. Let's see if these are expired. Okay, these are, yeah, they expired too. Because I was coming here to tell you about something else that was expired. That's why I was trying to have that soursop, because this stuff be expiring. So these expire February 2025. I'm still going to eat it though. These, on the other hand, I'm probably going to let go. I've had these a while, okay? And they expire, you probably can't see that, September 2024. So that's over. And it's just too many different things in here to, I don't know how stable that is, so I'm leave it alone. But luckily my iron pills only got like 2 left in here, so they didn't expire. I take what I need. I just, obviously these didn't like do they big one. I didn't take them. But dang, I hate to waste. That's why I need to stop buying stuff. This need to be a lesson to stop buying stuff. You know
you still don't understand. So let me break it down to you. If you are a woman that is not strength training, this is what's going to happen. Do you see all those women in their late age, 60s, 70s, and 80s, that need a lot of help? Do you see them having a very hard time going upstairs or getting off the floor? Do you have any women in your life that actually just need support around the clock? That will be you. That will be you. If you do not strength train, if you do not...
That's a lot though. Like, the scare tactics of it all. Because that's not everybody's story. My grandma be walking fast. She walks really... Like, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I wish they would stop acting like that. Like, nothing ever, the world never was until women picked up a weight. Now, as somebody who weight lifts and I do that and all that, and I'm, again, hedging bets. I'm hedging my bets. But let's not act like people haven't been getting along. I'm always trying to tell people what to do. Good morning. I'm gonna just talk to you about my choice for the day of workout. Well, I switched these clothes over. The dryer is gonna be a little loud after, but I'm gonna do my lower body workout today. It's very simple. It's gonna be majority squats and then some deadlifts. Then if I have time, I'm gonna go upstairs and do some Pilates. This is a more of a need, like, you know, making sure that I get my weightlifting in at least twice a week. And I just feel like yesterday I didn't feel good. You know, today I feel better. I feel like I can get this done. So I'm going to utilize this day to get this done. That's that balance of want and need for my body. That's that balance of hedging my bets. Like, do I feel like if I don't lift this weight, I'm gonna be like in such a bad place? Not necessarily, but I do feel like I need to do some things to move, stretch, and strengthen my body, for sure. But there's a lot of ways to skin that cat. Speaking of cats, we'll talk about her later. But let me get started with warming up.
If you want like a personalized line, this is not for you. It's gel, so it's very light on the sheet. The cord that he had for his last dryer, you know, it could work with that dryer. It could work with his last thing.
I'm in here hanging out with my grandkitty. She don't know it, but she is about to come on over. She's about to go on a little trip and be on her Bob Barker-ish. I'm gonna get one last play in it. Now, do you know what her Bob Barker-ish is? What did Bob Barker say? He said, remember to have your pets spayed and neutered. And she has come to that fork in the road. Today is her day. And I'm just trying to clean out her little backpack. I know you was wondering why you haven't got no water in there this morning. You see your little cute little outfit? We put this on her and she did her little collapse. I'm sure she will again. So I'm gonna put these in here. Over on. Come here. Come here, let me talk to you. Now when you come back, they gonna shave all this white off. They gonna shave that off. And they gonna do some stuff. But you gonna be alright, okay? And I apologize. Okay? We love you. My grandma would say, call it hot-tailed. They just don't want you hot-tailed after these boy cats. I know. It's just the way of the world. You don't have to show me your tooth. You don't have to do that. It's just the way of the world. Okay, it's gonna be a little uncomfortable for a few days, but after that, don't keep showing me your tooth. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's hilarious. But after that, you're gonna be alright, okay? I'm gonna clean your bed up, get your stuff washed for you, so you can be comfy, cozy when you get back, okay? Is that okay? Yeah, she looking for something to eat. Well, the thing is, we're not doing water or food this morning. Yeah, we're not doing that this morning. We're fasting. Yeah, you're gonna be alright. You are going to be alright. We got that basic and the basic. Alright, it's that time. I haven't took it all week. I don't know what was the point of me smelling it. Okay, like I did last week. Listen, just take it like a big girl. You're not gonna be like doing all that hooping and hollering. I got my lemon juice right here. Why do I keep smelling it? When that stuff is gone, I'll probably just try out the soursop leaves, if that. I don't really want to talk. I'm beginning to think that stuff does not fall into the category of things that I want or need. So why am I taking it? It must have went bad or something. Or I wasn't used to it. Maybe I forgot. I know I said this 100 times and I was trying to get rid of it, and I be having the FOMO, fear of missing out, but I may have to miss out because...
Which means that there's nothing necessarily positive about body positivity. Bad fats, as they're affirmingly referred to in fat acceptance spaces, aren't allowed to access this movement because their end goal isn't to lose weight. This leaves good fats as the only fat people who deserve to love themselves and feel confident in their bodies. By good fat, I am referring to the type of fat people whose acceptance of their body is contingent on their ability/desire to decouple their fatness from the prescribed actions fat people are supposed to take to be regarded as healthy, actions that are assumed will one day make them thin. Good fats are perhaps fine with not losing weight, but must obsess over exercise and healthy eating to justify their fat body. And yet, whether one is a good fat or a bad one, these comments are always violent. Self-love, even a radical one, cannot...
So, I don't even know if you can hear me through this dang on car, but, so that book is The Belly of the Beast, or Belly of the Beast. It was talking about body positivity and good fats, which I would be classified under that term. You know, we just taking the term and the definition that they given for the term. You know, I'm not assigning it to me. I'm just saying that is what, if I meet the criteria for that term of being a good fat. So a good fat is somebody who is doing activities that aren't necessarily normally coupled with fat people, right? Like working out, eating healthy foods, which, like I said at the beginning of this video, all bodies have access to. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the world we live in feels like they have the right, that they have the monopoly on those things, and that those things can't belong to people, and that you have to be trying to lose weight. It's assumed with these activities that I am trying to lose weight, and therefore there is some privilege in that, and not being necessarily labeled as, you know, the lazy fat girl. I get to be good fat because look at me, I don't You know, I care about myself because actually right now I'm on my way to the gym, you know? So normally, so people would assume that wouldn't be having this conversation. When I go into this class that I'm going into, they will assume, oh, she's here because she wants to lose weight. Oh, she's here because she doesn't like her body. That is what they assume. And really, who cares what they assume? But what the author was trying to say is that, you know, body positivity and kind of falls short in that area where it's not, the foo-foo of it is not necessarily available to people who, you know, aren't those kinds of people who do, you know, health type activities. Like, people kind of leave them out of that conversation. I never interpreted it that way. I never interpreted the body positivity movement in that way. Like, I just never did. But you do tend to see, if you were to look up the hashtag body positivity, you are going to see large women, but that largeness is kind of, it ain't that, you know, like it's typically around my size. We'll say that. It's typically somebody that's around my size. They may have a certain type of shape with it, so they may be like an hourglass or an apple shaped person, so they have a desirable shape, and they you know, that hashtag body positivity, you're going to see they're going to be probably in workout gear or dancing or, you know, doing health activities. You don't see body positivity with somebody like literally laying on the couch. They're justifying, see, my body is this way, but I do these activities. So I totally get what the author is saying. I just never thought about the other side of that there were people that you know, were left out of that body positivity conversation, I guess. Let me deal with her. So now I'm like, oh, okay. No. But yeah, it's just something to think about. And then it's going on to say how, because I'm like reading it again or listening to it again, but it's going on to say how that kind of then self-love, when you live in a world that doesn't necessarily give you the option to opt out of things that they have decided you're supposed to do, self-love is not enough, because that's not going to make that's not going to make the world change. You are still going to be insisted upon. What time is it? All right, I got to get in here and get to my class so I can do my thing. You know what I'm saying?